Everybody's talking about Birving. Everybody's talking about Birving. And isn't Tuturro an old friend of yours?
Yes, he is. A very long time. We were young actors in New York together, 40, 50 years ago.
Did you ever imagine falling in love with him or?
No, I think that the fact that we know each other and like each other for such a long time is, it helps the story. You can tell when people know each other for a long time, and it shows.
Would there ever be a chance? It's funny because it touches upon the office romance, which I'm afraid millions of people can relate to. Would these two ever have a chance on the outside?
Yeah, I never thought of that. That's new. The office romance is frowned on nowadays, I guess, right?
I don't know.
It didn't used to be, but
right. You could go to work and make out with somebody.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that now, but here we are.
Old days. What happened?
Yeah, you're right. I never thought of that.
Right. So, do these two have a chance? I can't reveal. You can't reveal where it's going, but
I can't. And not only that, I saw the first season, but I haven't seen the second season. And you never know. Maybe we'll get back together.
It's a very complicated show. When they pitched you the show and you were going to join, did your head explode? Did you get it right away? Did somebody have to sit down with you and sort of, connect the dots?
No, it is mysterious. And for me, when I read it, it had a kind of funny combination of being a little bit scary and a little bit funny at the same time. And that's always an interesting combination. But for me, really, Ben Stiller, who I've known since he was a kid, I was in an off-Broadway play with him 30 years ago. And his father and mother were friends of mine.
Oh, Jerry.
Yeah, and Anne. And so I know him and his family for a very long time. I like everybody. And then, of course, John Turturro, who I've known for such a long time. And it was, one of those scripts that keep you guessing and wondering what's going to happen next. So good job.
What is the thing? There is a definite thing about you. The Christopher Walken is, icon is a big word, but people imitate you like crazy. They want to put you in things. They want to imagine you in things. You did a hysterical turn on Saturday Night Live because you were like, how come I'm not the guy in the romantic comedy on the other side? And the song and the dance but it's kind of, there's a Walken thing. And do you, I once went to a hair salon in Santa Monica. I was going to get my hair cut. And there was a sign on the door that said, it was a picture of your face. And it said, 'S, welcome. Walken's, Walken's welcome. Do you, what do you make of that? Your public persona, the way people consume you?
Well, it's for the way I speak. I come from a part of Queens where everybody talks like me. So, sure.
Not everybody.
Astoria, sure, everybody talks like that.
Kevin Pollak says the key to talking like you is to take a one-syllable word and make it two.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. It's a kind
of... Is that funny to you?
Yeah, and also the fact is that I have two brothers, and we were all in show business from the time we were 5 years old. So I guess that there's not many people, grown-ups, who have that kind of, background, education or whatever. I think being in show business all my life probably, it left its mark.
Do people come up to you and do you to you?
Yes, sometimes they do.
Big mistake.
They do. Well, it's peculiar because when they do that, for about 30 seconds, I don't know what they're doing. And I stand there thinking, why are they talking that way? And then I get it, and it's okay.
Do you do anyone? Do you do?
No, I'm the worst impersonator. Yeah, I can't do anybody.
Who would you tip your hat to and say, all right, that guy does a good me?
Oh, well, Kevin.
What about Jay Moore? Don't leave Jay Moore out. He'll be
Jay Moore, absolutely. But I must be easy to do because a lot of people can do it.
A lot of people think they can do it, and they can't.
But I'm not good. Sometimes I do whole performances pretending I'm somebody else, and nobody knows it.
I just remember when you did these live version of Peter Pan on NBC, and I just love the way you called him Pan. Like your last name to Peter Pan. It was my, I don't know why I think about that. When I think of you, I think of that all the time. Will you return to Saturday Night Live? You've hosted a million times. You're one of the greats.
They did a big reunion just a week or two ago. And they took pictures, and I went to that. It was amazing to see everybody from, 25 years ago. And I did that. As for hosting, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of old to do that now.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I saw Robert Mitchum host it. I don't know if you saw that a few years ago.
If Mitchum can do it,
and he was about my age, so maybe.
My favorite character, Connie Stinson. You remember Connie Stinson talks?
Sure.
That is. What's your favorite? What did you have the most fun doing?
Well, lots. I was with Dana Carvey at this reunion. We talked about the skit we did when we were captains of Flying Saucer. And people might not remember that, but I thought it was hilarious. And then I had a skit called Googly Eyes that most people probably don't remember, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Googly it.
Googly Eyes.
Immediately. Connie Stinson.
It's a tree. I have this tree full of eyeballs. You'll enjoy it.
A tree full of eyeballs? I'm in.
Yeah. Dial it up.
All right. So I'm going to just tell me if it's a 5, a 6. Here's my walking. All right. I know people do it. It's been fantastic talking to you now. I love that you're from Queens, because me, Manhattan.
That's a 10. Come on.
Oh, come on.
No, I kid you not.
I saw you, oh my God, I saw you in Shakespeare, Stratford, Connecticut, when I was 10. I believe it was Othello. Did you do Othello back in the 80s, maybe?
I did. You're right. I was at Stratford.
Oh my God, my father loved the theater. We went to Stratford, Connecticut, and that's the first experience with Christopher Walken as Othello, and I'm a 10-year-old kid. I'm 53 now, Christopher. That's a long time. You've been doing this a minute.
Yeah, you're right. That was a long time ago.
I was captivated by you then, and I am now. You're amazing in Severance, and thank you.
Thanks. It's good to talk to you.